Hey friends, welcome to, of course I wanted to get situated immediately after joining. Welcome to the Readalong, Tuesday night Readalong. This is my first time hosting. How was everyone's day?
It was good. Long, but kind of glad it's over.
Yeah. Mondays are worse than Tuesdays, I think. I mean, Tuesdays are worse than Mondays. It's been a day, obviously.
It's because Tuesdays feel like how Mondays are described. I feel like we had this conversation last week too, but
Yeah,
it's so true.
You have this like preparation for Monday to be shitty, and then you go into Monday, and then it's like you're like, that wasn't that bad, and you're like, Tuesday's gonna be good. And then it never is.
And then it's not.
I feel like I also have fun things on Tuesday nights. Like we've got lives, and then sometimes my sister and I will go to a karaoke that starts at like 9:30. But that just means like all of Tuesday, like during the day, is like
just waiting. Yeah.
Come on.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I usually do Valerie by Amy Winehouse.
What a great one. Oh, that's a good one.
The problem is there are a lot of people who like to sing that song, and so you have to sing it early in the night, so you're like the first one.
Exactly, because you don't want to be that like second or third one. That's a good one.
I used to go to this karaoke place. I lived in Ireland when I studied abroad during college, and I lived in Ireland for 6 months. And we used to go like every weekend to this bar. And if you went on stage and sang karaoke, you got a token to get free drinks, and you could go as many times as you wanted. And so for like a single drink, because all of my friends were like, we want to go on stage and let's just sing. And you would go like 3 or 4 times, and you'd get all your drinks for free.
That's brilliant.
That's the most Irish thing I've ever heard.
So fun.
Wow. Where were you in Ireland?
I lived in Galway, Ireland.
Oh, I love Galway.
There you go. There's a song about that.
Yes, there is.
Oh my god. I was on a train once with, I think it was football, like the soccer football players who were at a game with Galway. And they had just like come from it, and they were screaming Galway Girl at the top of their lungs, and I was just in the corner like, please don't talk to me.
Oh, no.
One of my Ireland experiences.
There was one time similar but slightly different. I studied in Milan, and I took a train to Verona with some friends, and there were a group of what was very clearly American.
Were they saying
schoolboys riding in the back of the like Flixbus, and they were like playing and singing along to some Kanye West song so loudly, and I was like, why?
See, this was like the whole train car, but like me and my 2 friends who were on our way to get tattoos in Dublin.
Ooh.
And so it was a lot. Yeah.
Were you getting like a tattoo about like traveling together, or was it like one that you'd like thought of for a while? You know what I mean? Like
it was kind of both. We were outside of Dublin for a convention, and it was a Harry Potter convention, and so we all got Harry Potter tattoos. Mine's on my wrist, so I can show it to you. But I have because I wanted to get something small for traveling, and now I'm glad it's not super Harry Potter related.
Yeah,
I won't know.
Like, what do you mean? It's a lightning bolt? Like,
because I run fast like a lightning bolt.
Exactly.
There could be so many group meetings. Like,
I know.
No one
Every time someone asks you, you make something up. Hey, Heather.
Hi. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I didn't sign up. I'm just here.
We're happy you're here.
I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, I know.
When I was studying abroad, I briefly tried to convince my roommates to get like different pastas tattooed because it's like small and cute.
That is cute.
But no one was into it, and I was like, well, fine, I'm not doing this by myself.
I would have fit into it. Probably because I really want another tattoo right now. I'm like,
well, a bunch of my friends got drunk and got tattoos while we were in Ireland. I did not. But they just were like, we really want to get tattoos. We really want to get tattoos. And then one night they came home and they were like, we got tattoos.
What were they of?
And they all were like, we're gonna get Ireland tattoos, so they were gonna have 4-leaf clovers because of like leprechaun.
Mhm.
And they came back, and I was like, there's only
Oh no. We'll never know.
Are they normally 3 leaves?
and it only had 3. But
Yeah,
it
there
was,
you
the
go.
idea was like for like leprechauns, and I was like, but the leprechaun idea is like 4-leaf clover,
Right.
If you want,
3 leaves.
yeah, the 4-leaf is like for luck. That's like a lucky.
Right.
Yeah,
Now you just have a shitty like leaf on your
So funny.
it's a normal
Oh,
leaf.
no.
Like nobody noticed.
They were I'm surprised the tattoo artist didn't say something. They were like, what? But I think that it was just like we're sick of these Americans getting 4-leaf.
These drunk
Get
Americans.
them out.
Yeah.
So funny.
So funny.
That would absolutely be what I would assume the tattoo artist thought about me. I was like, he was so annoyed with me that he was like, no, you're living with this.
Exactly.
There's no way to fix that either. Like you can't add another leaf once there's 3. Like
Yeah.
Maybe if you made it bigger.
Yeah, you'd have to make it like bigger
Cover
and
it.
darker, like completely redo it.
It was
That's terrible.
so funny. For me. Not for them. But for me.
I mean, it's probably small. So
Did they get a 3-leaf clover because there was 3 of them?
No, there was 5.
Okay, no.
so they can't count. And
No excuse.
I tried to save it, but no.
We're just dumb.
they're
And
just-
drunk.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
terrible.
man.
That's funny.
What is everyone reading tonight?
I don't know.
I'm gonna read Sacrifice by Katie Robert.
Ooh.
I love Sacrifice.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I wait for the last book.
I'm on page 4.
I want to do a reread.
I haven't read those yet. I'm waiting because I know I'm gonna.
It's been a bit of a wait for the last book. I know she's kind of talked about having trouble writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that December is the latest we should be getting it. So I'm hoping even for November.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, yes.
I won't be reading anything in November. So
Why?
NaNoWriMo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'll do it.
exciting.
I'm gonna write a whole book. So. That's
Who wrote the Darkly Madly duet again?
Butcher Wolf.
I love how I know that without reading it.
What was that?
Is Darkly Madly Duet the one with a serial killer and a therapist? Is that one?
Yes, I love that one.
I've
It's my
never
all-time favorite. It is not for everyone. There is torture involved.
Like sexy torture or like not fun for anyone, bad
Not-
torture?
Not fun for anyone, really.
Wow.
Okay.
But
Such a
it's
sad
it's done
torture.
with love. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Tim. Sure. Who's next? Have we not even, has anybody said what they're reading? Or
Oh,
have
we got
just
distracted.
not?
We got
I'm like not paying.
we got
I'm
sidetracked by
fine.
Katie Robert. It happens. I'm gonna read the next volume. I'm reading this manga, Kami-sama Kiss.
Hmm.
I'm on volume 16, I think. So I'm trying to get this done in the 40 minutes.
Doable.
So I can't decide if I'm going to listen to my audiobook or if I'm going to read my physical book, but I am listening to Layla by Colleen Hoover. I had no idea what it was about going into it, and oh my gosh, it's intense. It's giving me a lot of it's not what I expected. I thought it was going to be a paranormal romance. That is not what's happening.
Oh.
It's
I've
messed up.
never read Colleen Hoover.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
either. I'm afraid.
I will not read her books.
It's not for everybody. I love her. Yeah, they're
course
usually
you
very
do.
emotional, but I love her. And then my other book is the one we're annotating, which is The Protege by Brianna Hale, which I'm really, really liking.
That one's Daddy Kink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brianna Hale basically writes
That's like
exclusively
everything.
Daddy Kinks.
And I don't normally like it, but there's something that's working for me in this. Like, and I don't usually like the Dom sub thing. I don't
Is
like
that
Dom
the one
Hero.
where she's the sugar baby, or is that like the
No, it's
the
the one
brother
where
or
she's,
whatever?
she's a cellist and
Cellist.
he's a conductor. But he like basically like raises her. Like she's obviously not his kid, but he like basically raises her. And I was like, ooh, I don't think I can do this. But something's working for me, and I can't really put my finger on it. So I don't know.
I love that.
I feel like there's a certain like level of bonkers where like the author has such a good grasp of the tension of the story that like your brain isn't even really registering like some of the weird aspects because you're like kind of like into it.
Well, Brandon Hill is such a good writer too, so it doesn't feel like cheesy or I don't know, like unnecessary.
I think that if it doesn't seem as realistic, it's easier to get into the wild things. Like I have more trouble with a teacher-student romance than I do with like a serial killer or a mafia boss where they're killing people. Like the teacher's not killing anybody, but I'm like, but this is like a really gross thing that happens all the time.
Right.
So it's like harder for me to try because I'm like madder at that man that's like dating the 18-year-old than I am at the one killing people and then like dating his 28-year-old.
Same.
Even like there was one that I read where like it's the hero is like a vigilante killer and the heroine is the cop who's hunting him down. And like the first half really worked for me, but then they're like, okay, now we have to figure out how they can be together in real life and operate. And I'm like, no, like I don't care about that. Like if you make me think about like what they would have to do to get that like actual HEA, like now I'm thinking too hard. Like
I hear that.
Yeah.
I still don't like teacher student ones. I have read so many weird and like taboo ones, and teacher student ones are still my like.
The only one that it doesn't creep me out is Loving Mr. Daniels by Brittany C. Cherry. That's the only one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Was that in your video today?
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah, you almost sold me. I was like, maybe.
There's emotional parts in it. Brittany C. Cherry, just stay away.
Oh, yeah, maybe not then.
I don't know what I'm going to read. So currently I'm like participating in too many things. It's fine. All right. So I'm reading The Obelisk Gate for the Broken Earth trilogy read along because I'm in the live show, but I don't think I'm going to read that. I'm reading My Soul to Take for Black Aweenathon, which is like some sort of thriller horror thing. What?
Is that the Harley LaRue?
No. That's Her Soul to Take. And when I tell you that, or no, it's My Soul to Keep and it's Her Soul to Take. And I just want to like call them both Her Soul to Take, and that's not true. But I don't think I'm going to read that. And then I'm reading A Motorcycle Club romance, but I don't think I'm going to read that either. So I think what I'm going to do is start a reread of Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery because I want to do a vlog here soon of rereads, and I would like to get started on it ahead of time. But I haven't. So I read. I don't know if you guys know anything about Ellen Montgomery, but she lived like 100 years ago. And when I was a teenager, I read all of her books ever. So like over 30 of her works. But the only book that I've read since then is my favorite. Like I've reread it a bunch of times, The Blue Castle. But Anne of Green Gables is a 8-book series. And so if a lot of people know the beginning, they know the orphan Anne and how she gets adopted and has Gilbert and all of that. Well, the series goes through her in high school, her taking a teaching position, Gilbert going to war, him coming back from war, them raising a family, it's them getting married, it's them having kids. And then the 8th book is actually about her youngest daughter being an adult and falling in love and adopting a baby and stuff. So I haven't read it since I was like 14, 15. Now I'm a mom and 30 years old. I kind of really want to go through all those life stages having already been in them. So all that to say, I think I'm going to start it. But when I tell you I might read 3 pages and switch to something else, I might.
I believe that.
I am struggling.
I didn't read the books for Anne of Green Gables, but I watched like the old movies like religiously. They were my favorite, but they never went through to her daughter. Like they went through her being an adult, becoming a teacher and stuff, but they never went through her.
The movies go through like the first 3 books is what I want to say it is.
Okay. I loved those movies though.
Yeah, again on VHS from the library.
Mm,
Watch.
I agree. Don't kill pets.
yeah.
Don't.
Hi.
I don't like animal deaths.
I know.
Any sort of animal deaths, I'm like, this is not okay. I'd rather
that-
kill a person.
That
That's
literally
why I
doesn't
never-
bother me at all.
I never finished watching The Walking Dead because that horse died in like the first
The
episode.
first
And I'm
episode,
like,
I was so mad, and I was like,
not
nope,
doing this.
we're not gonna do that.
I feel like I don't like it in books, but it doesn't bother me as much as like movies or TV shows.
That's true.
Unless like it's at the end of like a series or like something where I've known them for a while and it like devastates the character.
See, I don't mind if it just like shows up. If it's like the entire plot of the story, no. Like the Yearling or Where the Red Fern Grows or Old Yeller, like traumatized me as a child. When I tell you I will never, ever have anything to do with any of those. But like just a random pet dying and it's like a sad for a chapter, that doesn't bother me.
I just don't like it when it's like, it's unnecessary. If it doesn't bring the story along in any way, you could have skipped that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's just an easy heartstring to pull because like if you've had a pet, you probably survived them. So it's a very common thing for people to be like, yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, shall we also I'm reading I don't know I've read this a lot of times. I'm reading it again. Yeah.
It's fine.
Around that.
It's a good one. I was listening in audio earlier, but I think I'm going to pivot because I'm very close to the end. So, okay, and I think there we go. Gonna share my screen so we get a timer. We usually go for 40 minutes, right?
Yep.
Yep. Here we go.
Let's do this.
lost Victoria.
Man, this book. Have any of you guys read Layla? No, you guys haven't. I know you haven't, Heather.
No. Busy over here avoiding it, actually.
I don't know what to think of it because I don't know the premise of it. So
I feel like I've seen a spoilery review. And can I remember what it is? No. I feel like if you told me, I would know, but I can't tell you.
I'm almost done with
scary?
it.
Or like suspenseful?
No, it's a little bit suspenseful, maybe. I don't know what to make of it because I don't know if it's supposed to be a paranormal romance. I don't know if it's supposed to be a romance or not. Maybe it's more of like
that sounds
so it is nerve-wracking, but I still I refuse to look up spoilers or read the synopsis or anything.
Is there a child?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
no.
Then no.
That you know of.
That I know of.
But yeah,
it's a paranormal though. It's her paranormal one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And there's like I said earlier, there's cheating in it, and I just don't know. It is closer to the Verity side, Patty. Yes.
Okay.
It leans more toward Verity than any of the other books that I've read by her, and I've read quite a bit.
Oh no, Victoria.
Oh, that's good. How long? Sacrifice isn't very long, so she probably doesn't have too much to go.
No, I think it's under 200, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Did you finish your book, Jackie?
Yeah, I finished No Rest for the Wicked. So good.
How many times have you reread it?
I have reread this series at least once a year for probably 3 or 4 years now. It's really good. But I either have or have through the library all of the audiobooks. And I very often listen to them because the narration is so good. The accent work is amazing. And there's he does Russian accents, does Scottish accents, South African, British.
Wow.
So good.
That's awesome. Yeah, especially when there's accent work. Oh my gosh. Jennifer Ikeda, she doesn't narrate audiobooks anymore, but she did Discovery of Witches, and that has a lot of accents in it too, and it was so good. And she also did the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, the first ones, but she didn't do the last couple because I think she decided to go more into acting than narrating, which breaks my heart because she was my favorite audiobook narrator.
The guy who narrates these, his name is Robert Peckhoff, and this last summer he did a panel that was it was virtual, and I went to it, and someone asked him a question about the voice that people most, his most beloved one. He's like, well, the one people probably know me most for is the hero from the Immortals After Dark series from the first book. And he goes, oh shoot, I can't remember the character's name. And I was like, and he was like, thank you, Jacqueline. And I did go back and record
him saying your name. Yes. That's great.
That was a good day.
That's hilarious.
You know what I wish? I wish that there were more conventions specifically for audiobooks so the narrators would go, or at least romance conventions. I wish that the narrators would come to those because I would fangirl so hard. So hard.
I would. Have you sseen Shane East?
Yes.
He's beautiful.
He is a beautiful man with a beautiful voice.
That would not go well for me.
I know. I'd pass out. It was funny because Charles was doing interviews with Joe Arden and Jacob Morgan and stuff. And I forget, Charles invited me to interview one of them. I can't remember. I think it was Jacob Morgan. And I was like, no, because I would just sit there I am not good around in those situations. When I get overly excited, I freeze. So
yeah.
I just bury it. I just bury it until later, and then I freak out.
I'm not. I have no chill. No chill.
I would not have chill, but I would still say yes because I would always wonder, and I would probably spend at least an hour beforehand just you're going to be a normal adult. You're going to chill. And it was totally
See.
possible as to whether or not I would.
I just like sweat and shake if I'm like horribly nervous, but I can like talk through it. So as long as I like wear black or something, and, like don't touch anybody. Nobody knows.
I just smile when I'm nervous, so it's good. Like that's a great reaction.
Exactly.
Oh, not me. Not me. I get like very like stone faced and I'm like staring people down. I feel like I don't come off well. It's fine.
I just felt like in that situation when I'm supposed to be like helpful and like ask questions, I wouldn't be able to like focus.
I would have to have bullet points 100%.
Oh, I would absolutely. I would probably have them ready like a week beforehand. And I would have like double as many as I needed.
Well, I mean, I was bad enough when I interviewed Lauren Rowe with Charles, and I was already like I jumped it like as soon as I got into the StreamYard with them. I started like talking to Lauren. I was like, "Oh my god, blah blah blah," and Charles was like, "I'm not even recording yet." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
That's awesome though.
I did Jodie Slaughter with Charles, which was really fun because I had read like one of her books, but I hadn't like read all of them, and so I like knew enough to be like, this gal is very cool, but not enough to like psych myself out. It was great.
It's a good place to be.
She was so nice too.
I feel like it's really exciting, especially for like indie authors, for somebody to interview them and talk to them about their work.
Yeah, I feel like I've watched several like author interviews, and everyone has always been absolutely lovely. It's nice.
Well, it's also, I feel like it's funny because I spend so much time, like I did one with Tessa Dare earlier this fall, and I think because she's like someone that like I've spent so much time reading her books, particularly she said a lot, that like we as readers can kind of build it up to like, but also like they're just people. So like it's so easy for us to be like, oh my god,
I know.
Like I could tell you which Jane Austen hero is the best, and let me take 5 minutes, and I'm like,
I love that. Can fangirl with her. Okay, here's the question: would it be weird if someone did an author interview and but it was like you were interviewing one of their characters and they had to answer in character?
ooh.
I read an article like that, and it was like years and years and years ago. One of my favorite series, the Shifters series by Rachel. I forgot what it was, but it's an old series. But she did an interview with someone, but she was in character the whole time. So like they did the back and forth interview, but she answered as if she was the character. I feel like that would be super
I know an author who does that on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Fun.
Oh, that's fun. Because, who knows their character better than them? So they could...
Yeah.
Let me find her.
I feel like if like they know that's what the interview is going to be going into it, then it's not weird. But I feel like if you spring it on them,
right,
it might be a little weird.
No, like they would go into the interview knowing like I'm going to like these are the questions that you would ask. I bet Lauren Rowe would do it. Make her be Reed Rivers. Answer all the questions.
Yeah.
Did you guys do this thing in like middle or elementary school? I don't know what but like at our school they called it like wax figures, and you would like research a person from history, and there was an evening where you would like people would ask you questions and you would answer them as that person.
Yeah, I never did that, but that's awesome.
I just had a moment I was like, what if we could do that? Ooh, that's cool.
She does that in like her stories. Okay. She'll have them, all of her characters doing interview questions.
Such a good idea.
What if like readers did that? Like pick a character.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. You have to understand. Okay. I feel like a lot of booktubers are infamous for writing books. I have no stories in my head. Like if it's not on the page, I don't know what that character would do. If he doesn't do it in the book, I don't know. I got nothing.
I feel like if Booktubers did it too, if someone didn't agree with them, then it'd they'd be real mad about it. But like if an author did it, you can't really argue with that.
Right.
That's true. Yeah.
I
think
feel
I
like it
also
would be
did it
like
in
the
fifth grade.
subset of like theater kid booktubers. Like as a former
Yeah.
theater kid, I would be on that bullshit. I would like get clothes and be like, what would this person wear?
I love that.
Not me.
I guess
Not
that's what we
me.
have to do for the Halloween read along live.
Like nobody has even
Oh my
signed up
God.
for that, are they?
I'm
Like-
signed up.
I'm signed up
There's a
for it.
few.
Oh, are you guys? I ever since I saw it like months ago, I'm like, should I sign up? And if I do, what am I gonna wear?
I know that's a big thing. Like I don't know, because really you can only dress up from here. Like
Exactly. Like,
I haven't signed up
And
for
that
it, but
might
I
make
have
it easier.
considered it. I have a lot of costumes. We've been doing cosplays. Brie and I, the other half of my channel, have been doing cosplays every month this year for our read along.
oh, that's
for the
perfect.
Brandon Sanderson book. So like, I have a lot to pick from.
There you go.
There's wigs everywhere. So like, maybe.
I've been planning, I think announced yesterday with a friend on Instagram that we're going to be doing like a book cover cosplay thing. So I have recently been planning a lot of various, so I also, wait, do you guys,
Yes.
so I found
Yes.
on Amazon for like $20
Amazon is a lifesaver. For
a
costumes.
a Regency dress.
Yep.
For $20, you said?
Mhm.
$20. I mean, it's not like the highest of quality, but also
Yeah, but still. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yes.
got a cute little
Oh,
button on the
that's gonna be
back.
great.
Jane Austen dreams right there.
And
We need to wander through a field.
Oh my gosh, how
Yes.
perfect.
I'm very excited.
So good.
Let me wait, hold it up again. I want to see the hair. Oh, you got this. That'll be fun. Your
It
hair's
will be
perfect
fun.
for that.
Yes. But
Oh, that's great.
I'm excited. I love costumes.
They're fun.
I know,
They
I miss
really
not
are.
having a place to wear costumes. Like my favorite thing was always doing like having my group of friends, all of us would like dress up as a certain theme. Like there was one year we dressed up, we were all Mortal Kombat characters. And we went to this party and we were just collectively known as Mortal Kombat, like because they had like a karaoke room and like different rooms. There was a room that had like a stripper pole and stuff, like all sorts of things. And people were like, "Where'd Mortal Kombat go?" Like no one knew who we were individually, but apparently we were just collectively
Right.
Mortal Kombat.
It's cute.
Last year there was the Wicked Wallflowers Club podcast had a Zoom party, and I dressed up with my friend Kenny. He was Cher from Burlesque, and I was Christina,
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
and it was so fun.
What a good
I love
idea.
that movie.
It's like, is it a high quality film?
No.
You could debate. Is it a most entertaining and delightful film? Absolutely, 100%.
I saw it
All
in
that
theaters. Highly recommend. Great experience.
What a film.
I support that.
Well, you guys should definitely. Oh, there you go, Heather.
What?
I just saw that you just signed up because I was gonna be like, everyone should come on Halloween week. It's gonna be a party, and then I was like, we got you.
I did sign up just now a minute ago. I need to host.
I know.
So
How about
we-
next week? Do next week because there's no one hosting next week.
I know there's not. Maybe I will. What the heck? Why not? What's my husband gonna say? No, I don't think so. All right, so next week will be on my channel. Hopefully, I remember. That would be great.
Someone will just tell Izzy to remind you. She's
If as long as I put it in my booktube planner, then I see it. But if I don't, then I don't.
then it doesn't exist.
That's when I don't show up. It's fine.
There you go.
Casey,
All right.
how far did you even get in your book? Did you ever say?
I did not say. We got distracted. I finished my volume of manga.
Oh, good.
Did you?
Hey.
Yeah. I had like 15 minutes left and I was like, okay. I guess I'm gonna stay here for what?
You didn't do anything else?
I scrolled Tumblr, to be honest with you. I scrolled Tumblr. In the year 2021, I was on Tumblr. So
I was gonna say,
Wow.
that still exists?
it still exists.
Very impressive.
Honestly, it's my favorite social media right now because Twitter and Instagram can both be very messy. So
That's true.
That's true.
I feel like wherever people are, it can be pretty messy.
there's not many people
Also
still
true.
on Tumblr.
They're the common
Just fandom
denominator.
So
I'm kidding.
I feel
Heather,
like
what
we
did you
have-
end up reading?
Oh yeah,
I did end up reading Anne of Green Gables, and I got 11% in. I was like tearing up. I was like, no, don't do this to me.
So you didn't do
Because like, no. So I'm on 15%. It's like so readable, and I think part of it is I grew up like reading a lot of older books, and also like the King James Version Bible and stuff. So like old language doesn't bother me. Like I understand what it's saying, if that makes sense. So to me, it's like intensely readable, and to somebody else, they would probably be like, I have absolutely no idea what this person is talking about at all. But she gets there, and they had wanted a boy to help on the farm. And she gets there and finds out that they don't want her, and then she's like crying herself to sleep, and that's when I was like, no.
I just love how over dramatic she is. It's my favorite
She's
thing.
so dramatic. She was in the depths of despair.
The depths of
it was.
despair. But the whole reason why I love The Lady of Shalott is because that's the one that she like recites. The only reason I know anything about that.
If you ever listen to well, I just lost what it's called. All right, let me look it up. Oh, If I Die Young by somebody.
I know it. I know what song you're talking about.
The country group.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched the band Perry? If I Die Young by the band Perry. Have you ever watched their music video?
Mm-mm.
It's like
No.
the Anne of Green Gables
Is it?
Gilbert scene. I feel like it's a lot like that.
She acts that out, and then the boat sings.
She's such a dramatic soul.
So great. Have you watched the new series on Netflix?
No, I haven't. I've thought about it, but secondhand embarrassment. I just remember like Anne Shirley giving me the most secondhand embarrassment of my life. The mouse, Gilbert, just all of her dramaticness. Like because I'm just like, no. No, like I'm pretty animated in like the videos and stuff, but in real life, I'm like, don't talk to me. Like, no. And yeah, just all the things that she would do that I would just cringe so hard at, especially since I was probably like 11 or something reading it. And so it was like me. Yes, that's me. Yes, I will die of mortification. Now,
I started watching it, but it just the girl who played in the old ones was just so good.
She was so
like
good.
I can't picture anyone else in it. I couldn't get through it. Yeah.
I kind of want to rewatch the old ones.
I know, me too. I did like a few years ago. I say a few years, like 8 years ago. But I want to rewatch it again with my girls because I think they would like it.
Yeah, my kids, they don't like anything old on like the screen.
Really?
They're like, oh, that looks so weird. And I'm like, shut up with your little stupid HD privilege.
You need to watch things in a square.
It's just like so many things. They're like, what is this? I'm like, this is a culture. This is, yes, that's what
This is how TV looked back in the day.
Yeah. It is funny though. I don't feel like it ruins it, but it can be a little bit hard going back and watching really older things. So you're just like, wow. All right.
I feel like the thing that gets me the most is like special effects.
Oh my god!
Like the older the movie is,
even like,
like
movies
sometimes it's
that
just
aren't
charming,
that old. Yeah,
Mhm.
but some movies that aren't that old still like. I mean, I think that Lord of the Rings isn't that old because I remember when it came out, but like some of the special effects on there, not great.
I feel like the main thing is if you loved it at the time, then it doesn't bother you so much. If you're trying to watch like a cult classic for the first time, you're like, this is garbage. I don't understand.
True.
If it's like, but if it's like a practical special effect, then I like forgive it some because I'm like, they put a lot of effort into that. They're doing something.
They tried.
They tried.
A for effort, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So you said you are hosting next week, Heather?
Yeah.
Yes, apparently. So somebody sign up
I did.
with me. Did you? Way to go. No, I don't have to be by myself. Okay. Albel, yes, I think you're right. I think it's Megan follows.
I
Because I
feel
Googled
like
it and it came up.
I think that Patty and Elbel should join because they are usually on these, like in the chat. Come on in. Come on into the
They
live.
are.
Everyone's welcome.
I've
Yeah.
like asked a couple different people like on Instagram and stuff. I'm like, hey, do you want to be in a live? Like, it's fine if you're not comfortable on camera. And they're always like, no,
Hell
no, I'm not ready. I'm like, oh, but I love you though.
I know. Like, but I want to chat.
Exactly. I just love like the panels and stuff so much. I feel like they're like one of the most fun things for BookTube when you just get a chat in a live.
It is
With the
open to
group.
anybody who wants to join. I mean, I think we're mostly doing like Booktubers, but I think we definitely should have some Bookstagrammers on here too.
Yeah. Nobody's going to kick you off and be like,
Yeah.
I looked up your channel and it doesn't exist. So,
And
goodbye.
even if you don't have a Bookstagram or anything, I mean, just message one of us and let us know that you want to be on.
Yeah. All you have
Send
to
it
do is sign up for StreamYard.
Mhm.
You need to have a StreamYard account. But anybody can do that. All you need is an email and a webcam
Yeah.
and all that. So,
Yeah.
And you don't even
Yeah.
need a webcam if you don't want your face on it. You could just have your mic on.
it's in the Discord, which is linked on Happy for Now's channel. I think it's in all of her descriptions. So that's one way that you can sign up.
There we go. Honestly, at this point, I don't think I've posted since February. So
Oh, I know.
at least on BookTube.
You do you update Book Talk? Like, what do you update regularly? Instagram, Book Talk?
I'm on Instagram the most. I would like to get back into the habit of posting on BookTube, but I got to the point where I was like spending so much time editing that I just like hadn't finished, and then I got out of the rhythm. There we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so in the Discord, it will ask you if you're a romance tuber or not. Just click yes if you want to be on a read along, and then you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
I've used my phone
Homework.
before. It's
Yeah.
no biggie.
Do it, Patty.
Elle's not quite as enthusiastic as Patty is. She's just like, I think not.
Just think about it.
Throwing it out there.
It's really not bad in a group. It's not nearly as much pressure as like
Mhm.
filming
Yeah.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you get used to it.
Right. And like for most of it, you're silent the whole time, just reading. So
True.
Yeah, I agree. The sprint is a good one to try.
Mhm.
And
And if you get really overwhelmed, you can just leave and pretend like it was technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Like Victoria did. I'm pretty sure she just got overwhelmed. She's been on a few of these. I think she's fine.
Yeah, I think she's good too. It's just really suspicious that had to update for like 20 minutes in the middle, but
Mhm.
But yeah, no. it is so casual though. It literally is like, oh, sorry, I have to go. And that's it.
Exactly.
Like, who cares?
Gonna get mad at you.
I feel like we're a pretty chill bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Oh. Fine.
Fine. I guess it's not really fair because she's not here to defend herself.
And whose fault is that?
Good point.
Fair enough.
Okay. Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, fun. Happy birthday. Coming up, not now.
Soon. Scary soon.
Izzy, you should put in the notes that that's going to be your birthday one.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should.
I'm signing up.
11/16, me too.
I probably won't sign up for any in November.
I don't know what life is like in a month. Why would we sign up for something?
You can always take yourself off. And that's the other thing. Like if you have to cancel last minute, something comes up, you're like, if you're an introvert and it's just like you were ambitious about doing something and then you change your mind last minute, no one's going to get mad at you.
Yeah. Actually, lots of people say either they had something come up or it's a bad anxiety day or whatever. Like you would not be the only one to be like, hey, I know it starts in 15 minutes, but I'm not coming.
Exactly.
It's fine.
And sometimes you just don't want to be on camera.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, well, I have to prep for karaoke.
Oh,
I think I'm
okay.
gonna call it.
Are you going to post some videos on Instagram or
Oh.
do we have that to look forward to? I would like a little
I-
gallery clip.
Okay, I can do that. I do have a book haul that I filmed and never edited, so I probably will post that at some point. But
Editing is
I
the worst.
support this. I know, that's the hardest part.
If you don't like editing, just make sure they're videos. It's much, much more editable.
I try.
there you go. Well, we will see you next week on Heather's channel. Same time, new place.
That's right. The favorite place, actually, but you know.
Okay, some would say.
Mainly Heather would point out that that's a very, very good channel to come to.
It is a good channel. Everyone have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.